Welcome to Health Builds Life, revealing the hidden dangers in your kitchen that might be silently harming your family's health daily. We naturally assume that reheating our leftovers is safe and convenient, but modern science tells a very different and scary story. Dr. Brooks explains that the cycle of cooking, cooling, and reheating can actually create inflammatory compounds that damage your body cells. This process is not just about temperature. It is a chemical transformation that turns healthy nutrients into potential toxins within minutes. When food sits at room temperature or cools down slowly, the bacterial environment changes, preparing the ground for harmful chemical reactions. Ingesting these altered compounds can trigger an immediate immune response, leading to systemic inflammation that affects your energy and long-term health. Today, we will examine 5 specific foods that become dangerous when reheated, starting with one of the most common ingredients used. First on our list is cooking oil and fried foods, which undergo severe structural damage when subjected to repeated heat exposure. Reheating fried foods causes the oil to oxidize rapidly, creating toxic byproducts known as aldehydes that are harmful to human tissue. The heat from the microwave accelerates this oxidation process, turning what was once crispy and delicious into a sponge of toxins. These free radicals specifically target the pancreas, causing chronic inflammation that can impair its ability to regulate blood sugar effectively. Consuming these oxidized fats regularly puts immense stress on your digestive system, leading to heaviness, bloating, and severe abdominal discomfort. The difference between fresh oil and reheated oil is night and day, with the latter acting more like a chemical poison. Your liver must work twice as hard to process these aldehydes, diverting energy from other essential bodily functions and repair processes. Whether it is French fries or breaded cutlets, reheating them degrades their nutritional value and increases their carcinogenic potential significantly. The safest approach with fried foods is to consume them immediately after cooking or discard them to avoid these health risks. Moving on to the second dangerous food, we have leafy greens like spinach and celery, which are generally considered very healthy. These vegetables naturally contain high levels of nitrates, which are harmless and even beneficial for blood pressure when eaten fresh. However, if you leave cooked greens to cool for too long, bacteria convert these nitrates into nitrites, changing their chemical nature. When you reheat these greens, the heat turns those nitrates into nitrosamines, which are known to be highly carcinogenic compounds. Nitrosamines are potent carcinogens that can damage cellular DNA, increasing the risk of various cancers in the digestive tract system. It is visually subtle, but the chemical difference between fresh spinach soup and reheated soup is massive in terms of toxicity. Dr. Brooks strongly advises against reheating any dish containing celery or spinach to protect your body from these harmful carcinogenic agents. Instead, try incorporating these greens into fresh salads or smoothies, or only cook the exact amount you intend to eat. The third food is a staple for billions of people: rice. The danger here is not chemical, but strictly bacterial. Uncooked rice often contains spores of Bacillus cereus, a bacterium that can surprisingly survive the initial cooking process of boiling. If rice is left standing at room temperature, these spores grow into bacteria that multiply rapidly and produce a toxic byproduct. These bacteria produce a specific toxin that is highly resistant to heat, meaning reheating the rice will not destroy it. You might make the rice piping hot again, but that dangerous toxin remains active and ready to attack your digestive system. This leads to what is commonly known as fried rice syndrome, causing severe vomiting and diarrhea shortly after consumption of leftovers. The toxin acts fast, irritating the stomach lining and forcing the body to expel the contents through violent and painful reactions. To prevent this, never leave rice out for more than an hour. Refrigerate it promptly to stop the bacterial spores growing. Be especially careful with fried rice dishes from restaurants, as you do not know how long the rice sat out before. Fourth, we must talk about chicken. It is a protein staple, but reheating it presents unique challenges for safety and digestion. Microwaves heat food unevenly, leaving cold spots in the dense meat where bacteria like Salmonella can survive and continue to thrive. If the chicken was not heated thoroughly to the core, these surviving bacteria can cause a serious and painful intestinal infection. Beyond bacteria, the protein composition of chicken changes when reheated, becoming denser and much harder for your stomach to digest. This protein density can cause significant digestive distress, leading to bloating, gas, and a feeling of heaviness that lasts hours. Your body treats these altered proteins almost like a foreign invader, triggering a mild inflammatory response to process the difficult food. Systemic inflammation is the root cause of many chronic diseases, and poor dietary habits like this contribute to the cumulative load. If you must reheat chicken, cut it into small pieces and warm it thoroughly on a stove to kill bacteria effectively. Alternatively, cold chicken is delicious in salads or sandwiches, avoiding the risks of reheating and protein denaturation completely for safety. Finally, we arrive at potatoes. This comfort food can turn into a metabolic nightmare if cooked and reheated the wrong way. When potatoes cool down, they develop resistant starch, a fantastic prebiotic that feeds healthy gut bacteria and regulates your blood sugar. However, reheating them destroys this beneficial starch, turning it back into simple digestible sugars that spike your blood glucose rapidly. This causes a massive sugar spike, forcing your pancreas to pump out insulin aggressively, which over time can lead to resistance. Worse still, reheating potatoes at high temperatures can promote the formation of acrylamide, a chemical linked to increased cancer risks. This combination of high sugar load and toxic acrylamide puts your pancreas under severe stress, contributing to long-term metabolic dysfunction. The healthiest way to eat leftover potatoes is actually cold, preserving the resistant starch and avoiding the creation of new toxins. To summarize, oils oxidize, greens become carcinogenic, rice grows bacteria, chicken proteins denature, and potatoes lose their metabolic benefits entirely. Understanding these food properties empowers you to make smarter choices for your meal prepping and your family's long-term health safety. Fresh is always best, but if you must store food, cool it quickly and reheat it thoroughly only one time. Dr. Brooks reminds us that small habits in the kitchen accumulate over years to determine the quality of our health. Organize your fridge, label your leftovers, and know when to throw food away rather than risking your health for convenience. Do not feel guilty about wasting food if that food has become a potential poison factory for you and your loved ones. Focus on preparing meals that taste great cold, or cook smaller portions that can be finished in a single sitting. Hygiene and temperature control are your two best weapons against foodborne illnesses and the chemical degradation of your daily meals. When you stop ingesting these inflammatory compounds, your body can finally heal, giving you more energy and better digestive comfort. Knowledge is power, and knowing what happens to your food at a molecular level helps you make better dietary decisions. Protecting your family starts with these simple choices, ensuring that every meal builds health rather than slowly breaking it down. Our children trust us to provide safe nourishment, so let us take extra care to avoid these common reheating mistakes. Cooking fresh might take a little more time, but the investment in your long-term health is absolutely worth the effort. Start by making one small change today, like stopping the reheating of spinach or rice, and observe how you feel. We encourage you to do your own research and verify these facts to understand the depth of this important topic. Your health is a journey determined by the choices you make at every meal. So choose the path of freshness. Avoiding inflammatory foods gives your body the resources it needs to repair itself and keep you moving strong every day. A clean kitchen and safe cooking practices are the foundations of a life free from preventable chronic diseases and digestive issues. Use fresh herbs and spices to flavor your meals, making them so delicious that there will be no leftovers left. Remember that once food is cooked, the clock starts ticking, and safety decreases with every hour it sits in the fridge. Keep these 5 foods in mind: oil, spinach, rice, chicken, and potatoes. Treat them with extra caution to stay safe. Your future self will thank you for the care and attention you pay to your diet and cooking habits today. If you found this information valuable, please like this video and share it with friends who need to know this. Join our community of health-conscious individuals who are taking control of their well-being, one meal and one habit at a time. We are dedicated to bringing you the most accurate and scientific health advice to improve your daily life and happiness. Thank you for watching Health Builds Life. Stay safe, eat fresh, and subscribe for more insights into your daily well-being.